No, gracias a usted.
Bastia.
Bien, pasó el polaco.
Oh God, Jesus. Oh Christ, I'm sorry. Yeah. Gonna start with bars for this song. Always gonna protect my day ones.
My bros.
Always there for my G's. Keep it in the family, just like Neymar's mum. Hey, wait, yo, pause. Hang on a second, wait. Just wheel that one back for a second. That's not what we saying. And welcome back to Football This Week, the series where I bring to you the best and more frequently the worst that football has to offer online and on social media during the course of the last 7 days. And after that intro, this series' location is firmly in the gutter. But at least its location isn't firmly in the middle of a river, so there's that. After this week's antics, I'm granting automatic promotion to both Bristol City and Bristol Rovers. And talking of automatic promotion, Coventry City have been granted it as League 1 winners, as well as Swindon Town as League 2 winners, after both leagues were decided on points per game. Coventry received the news in a very interesting fashion, it would seem. Maybe it'll mean that they can finally start playing home games at their actual home stadium. It also means that Sunderland will be staying in League 1.
Change it!
But over in Germany, where football has actually resumed, Bayern Munich have taken yet another step towards the Bundesliga title. They secured that with a 4-2 victory over Bayer Leverkusen. My designated new team had one job, that was it. But technically speaking, right, Bayer is only one letter away from Bayern, so they could probably take some kind of share in the title when it actually happens. You never know, maybe they got the score lines the wrong way round when they were typing it up at the stadium, because again, there's no fans, so there's no way of knowing. Who am I kidding, man? The depression levels are getting rather high. Every time my brother has come into the room, Bayern have scored. Yet maybe tell him to stop doing that. It does look as if Bayern are going to remain undefeated in terms of Bundesliga titles since 1538. It's no surprise when every other team's coming up against the dark-haired, Frankfurt sausage-enjoying Hulk. The man has the body build of a meteor. And this as well, Lewandowski perfectly recreating the Bundesliga logo. It's rigged, I'm telling you, the whole thing is a fix. It is quite a shame that interest and viewing figures are down quite significantly at the moment. The league is still really entertaining, even if the title race is now completely done out. Dortmund have given up on the title, but that's no excuse for this substitute to be occupying himself like this. Come on, there's kids watching. Mainz responded to a fan giving up their season ticket because they had black players in the squad by saying losing a club member does worry us, but sometimes it doesn't, and we have no choice but to stand. And they won as well, did they? Okay, listen, yo, if you need another supporter to replace the old guy, just hit me up, innit, because I'm available. And top tier football isn't too far away in England either, with practice games going on between the league's best teams. Arsenal won 6-0 in their first friendly, Aubameyang not letting the fact that he was playing against Charlton's under-14s get in the way of a celebration, and then they went and lost 3-2 to Brentford. I can't help but feel part of it might have been down to this anti-social distancing and absolutely carnage-inducing marking from training. There's no way this team is not conceding 43 against Manchester City, I'm telling you now. Meanwhile, over at Old Trafford, there was an 11v11 game between Manchester United players, and it ended 4-4. 8 goals conceded by the same club. Nah, man, I've had enough. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's got to go. He's had his time. I'll be honest with you, with it being United, I was half expecting both teams to lose. Marcus Rashford supposedly scored a hat-trick in the game. He was very cryptic about it online though. The Premier League isn't ready for this attack. Big man, neither is your own defence. You conceded 8 goals. But now, with United as flavour of the month, it's time for an Old Trafford dedicated trim watch. Now the first species we have spotted today, if you look very closely, is a wild Jesse Lingard, who promised to not cut his hair until he scored a goal. That promise was made 17 months ago, as you can see. Marcus Rashford is attempting to use camouflage to blend in with an overgrown shrub, and David De Gea, well, seek help. Now over on Twitter, John Barnes posted a very political picture about Donald Trump, which is all well and good, you know, he's entitled to his own opinions. However, if you look closer at his camera roll, you'll see some very interesting XXX rated content that he didn't actually crop out of the original picture. John, you've got a lot of learning to do about technology. Gives a new meaning to you can be slow or fast, doesn't it really? There's only one way to beat them, and that's clap from the back. Am I right, my G's? He publicly apologized. It's fair enough. It's a simple mistake to make. Then went on TV and got caught out again. John, big man, did you learn nothing? Now, Chelsea owner Roman Abramovich spent £95 million on the painting The Scream this week. Really looking forward to seeing that on loan at Vitesse Arnhem next season. Back on Twitter, and Crystal Palace left-back Patrick van Aanholt somehow ended up in a heated spat and argument with Katie Hopkins. Listen, the year is 2020. I'm not going to question anything anymore. I don't even know. And over on Merseyside, Everton goalkeeper Jordan Pickford is getting back amongst training drills. Jesus Christ, man, you're gonna injure yourself with practice that difficult. Now, over in Brazil, and I'm hearing that Dani Alves' girlfriend or wife or partner has posted a very sweet video of her and the former Brazilian international on Instagram. So I'm gonna go and check it out. Aye, what are you pagans doing? I haven't eaten in 3 days. This man is 37 years of age, and he's acting as if he's found a woman for the first time with an IG post like this. Don't be surprised if she's in his bio on BBM. That's all I'm gonna say. I cannot stress this enough, right? Nobody needed to see this content whatsoever. This honestly went on for like a whole minute. I'm pretty sure Instagram extended the maximum amount of time a video can be on the website purely for this, because it felt like I was watching for the entire month of May. Who in all of this thought, you know what, it would be a phenomenal idea, yeah, if we just, bunda training for a second, Danny. Set up that camera over there with a perfect angle of us just necking off with each other. Listen, all I can say is, as a positive, the silver lining, it's a Brazilian incident, but at least it's got nothing to do with Neymar. Neymar's mother and boyfriend, Thiago Ramos, end up in hospital after domestic incident. What is wrong with you all? Do you understand how little I care about these two individuals now? I'm gonna end up reading Neymar's name on any team sheet, and I'll have 5 separate instances of PTSD. Apparently, Thiago got injured. I didn't even know they were back together. I don't care anymore. I'm fully expecting next week's FTW to involve Neymar plus his sister versus Neymar's mum plus Thiago in a tables, ladders and chairs WWE Revenge Smackdown. Slightly over the ball, but an attempt was made. Play on. Dutch icon Wesley Sneijder reflected on his footballing career in a very interesting interview this week, where he said, "I could have become like Messi or Ronaldo. I simply didn't feel like it." I love this reason. It's a complete mood. Yeah, you know, I could have been one of the top Premier League players as well, but at the end of the day, it was kind of, you know, I was just tired, really. I just didn't want to. I'd rather it go to someone in need, you know, so I just ended up playing for Basingstoke Academical C team instead. But do you want an escape from how terrible life is right now? Well, why don't we take a look back down memory lane with FTW Rewind, taking a look at what was happening this week many, many years ago. So on this week, back in the past, Liverpool signed current captain Jordan Henderson from Sunderland, and the starting 11 from his first game featured the likes of right back John Flanagan, left winger Stuart Downing, and man that looks 88 years of age currently, Charlie Adam. I don't know how I survived that era. I don't know. Theresa May tried to start a Mexican wave at a football match like 5 years ago. I don't think I've seen anything more tragic since. And former England star Gary Lineker had a shit on a football pitch. I shit you not, that didn't even mean that was a bad choice of words. He lost control and took a dump in the middle of a football pitch. And now these days, you would call that Ross Barkley. Go! What am I witnessing? What even is this year? He's posing like he's just banged in a 35-yard free kick as well. Manchester United had a fire sale online for signed shirts, and they got quite a lot of interest. Apart from one, which got no interest. Great finish and all, but I can't help but feel you've got to question the effectiveness of the wall there. Meanwhile, training for Cow United is going excellently ahead of their trip to Sheep Wanderers away. But now it is time for still 0-0, and you guys know the score by now. This is a segment of the show where I bring to you the best of Sunday League and amateur football. I've been getting you guys to send in your submissions for this segment, given there's not really any amateur football going on, and there probably won't be for quite some time. This week, we've got a submission from Cian Walsh. Now, the keeper is clearly off his line in this situation, and it looks as if it's going to be up to the defenders in blue to get this ball away to safety. It's not a difficult task. Just chase the ball back, clear it off the line.
Manchester City are still alive here. Balotelli, Aguero! I swear you'll never see anything like this ever again.
Over in Montenegro, this goal decided the first division title after one fantasy football player decided to captain Brighton centre-back Shane Duffy on a double game week. His mates have convinced him to remind himself in the form of a tattoo. And finally, I don't know where this is, all I've seen is the images for it, but I'm assuming due to Corona, instead of having exams in a classroom, this school is having to have their exams in the middle of a football pitch. It gives a new meaning to the term finals, I guess. I'm not gonna lie, if I was an invigilator, I'm using this as a training session. Slalom in between the desks, have a bit of a kickabout. But that is going to wrap up football this week, and I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then feel free to slap a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to the channel. You can also follow me on social media. It is at @theofficialfng on Twitter and on Insta. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a wonderful day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.